But let's try it and see if it even tastes good. Hey everyone, Dave here, back in the kitchen, and today we're gonna make cottage cheese keto English muffins, which I'm very excited about because I do love an English muffin, but it's, you know, not something you can generally eat on a keto diet. We're just gonna make them plain, but I bet you could do things to make them cinnamon raisin. Maybe that's a future video, I don't know, I haven't thought about it yet. That's an idea. Now there is a little secret little twist we're gonna put on these that I don't see in anyone else's recipe that I think might elevate it and make them the world's best. But you know, I'm always out to try to find the world's best recipes. I use AI to help me figure this out. That's why I used to call the channel AI Kitchen. Anyways, let's get cooking. To start it off, we're gonna need some cottage cheese, a half a cup to be exact. And I will say, I just found this old little vintage spoon. Do you remember these kind of spoons with like the little plastic handles? That's just definitely brought me down memory lane. Guys, you can get that sort of stuff at daveskitchenmarket.com. So make sure you check out my website. Use code CookingWithDave to save $5 off your first order of $10 or more. It's really cool. Lots of cool vintage stuff like that for your kitchen. Okay, so that wasn't even intentional. I wasn't even trying to do like a little ad for my website, but when I saw it, it made me think of daveskitchenmarket.com. Look at that. Half a cup of cottage cheese. All right, and then we want to take a little food processor or blender. I got my big Ninja because I can't find the parts for my little one. The big one is kind of overkill for this much cottage cheese. And I already put that spoon in with my dirty dishes because I didn't realize, oh yeah, you're gonna need it to get it out of the half measure cup too, Dave. I got so excited about the kitchen market. So you just basically put this in here, like so. And then you just press the button and blend it up. And it doesn't work. No, it must be unplugged. All right, that should be pretty blended up. Now there is a secret ingredient, don't forget. I'm excited about secret ingredient. All right, so take your cottage cheese, and now I will say, if you don't know, there is a smaller little Ninja chop. I'll put a link to it, and it's like 20 bucks, and it's actually better for this small amount of cottage cheese. I just can't find the little blade for mine right now, because I lose everything. My oven is on, I just heard a beep. I did have to turn that on. For this recipe, 350 degrees. Okay, so up next, we put that in a bowl, obviously. Y'all probably saw that. You take 2 tablespoons of whole Greek yogurt, just original plain Greek yogurt. Like so, I'm gonna like level it off here. This is, I'm doing great. Okay, here we go. 2 tablespoons, there we go. We're good, we got it. That's a 2 tablespoon measuring thing. All right, and into the same bowl, we're gonna add 1 cracked egg, no shells, like always, and 1 tablespoon of melted butter. Butter, not butt hair, guys. Inappropriate. Inappropriate, Dave. 1 tablespoon of that. We're gonna melt it up in the microwave. All right, put your tablespoon of melted butter into this same bowl. I'm using this same little spatula thingy. Oh, and then you just wanna mix it up. Mix, mix, mix all day long. Now on this channel, I have made cottage cheese bagels. They came out really good. Cottage cheese flatbreads. I never even really thought about the idea of cottage cheese English muffins, but it's a great idea because you can use it as a food transport device for like breakfast sandwiches and things like that. So I love the idea, and so we're gonna see how it comes out and see how real they taste. Separate bowl, we need to do our dry ingredients. See, I can't even really buy English muffins anymore because they're dangerous if I'm trying to not eat carbs. If they're in the house, I will eat them. So I love the idea of this, but anyways, we're going on and on about the same thing. 1/3 cup of almond flour is the first thing you need in your dry ingredients mix. I think it's because when I was a kid, we always had English muffins in the house, and I had like unfettered access to them. Do I have an open coconut flour? Let me look. I do. We need a tablespoon of coconut flour. So we did 1/3 cup of almond flour, a tablespoon of coconut flour, 1/2 teaspoon of psyllium fiber, psyllium husk fiber. They call it different things, different places, but this is psyllium fiber, which is for texture and consistency. That's 1/2 teaspoon. So on 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Do the aluminum-free stuff to avoid weird aluminum taste in your food. You then need 1/4 teaspoon of baking, look at this thing's bent. 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. This is 1/8 teaspoon, but again, you know, we'll use it. We'll just do math. You know, math is one of the most fun parts about cooking, isn't it? Okay. That's your baking soda. Then you need garlic powder, which I guess adds flavor. a 1/4 teaspoon of that, and a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, which is gonna be brand new because I just bought it because my other one was clumping, and I didn't know really why. Maybe it was dry inside or something. Oh, that was too much. That was 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. That's okay. That's just flavor. I don't think it's gonna hurt it to have a little extra seasoning in it. Hey, okay, so that just made me think of something. I just took off the little plastic cap on this that had all the little holes that you would use to like sprinkle it, like you would sprinkle salt and pepper. I always do that. I take it off and throw it away immediately. Do you guys do the same? Or do you actually keep that little top on? Like who's going up to something and, you know, doing that? Also the holes in it, let me show it to you. No, I can't show it to you because I threw it away. And I don't know where it went. I found one. I just looked through like 40, because I have like a big giant spice rack over here and like 40 spices. All of them I had already thrown this thing away I was talking about. This thing here, okay? See that with the big holes? Like, the problem I have with that, the holes are so big, even if I wanted to sprinkle some paprika on my oatmeal, which I don't know. The holes are still too big and it would pour an outlandish amount of paprika on it. Anyways, why do they even do it? Why do they even put that there? Who's using it? Okay, anyways, 1/4 teaspoon of salt is also required. How do I do this without spilling salt everywhere? Oh, I spilled salt everywhere. There's an 1/8. Get the rest. And a 1/4. Okay, cool. All right, and then mix up your dry ingredients, combine them, whatever. You want it all well integrated. Break up the little bits and stuff if there's any of those. Set it aside. Now, okay, wait. I've got the secret ingredient. I'm gonna give you a hint as to what it is. All right, I'll give you a couple hints. I'll put this thing here. Yeah, see, it's still a secret. You don't know what that is. And actually, I don't even need to show you what that is. You know, not sponsored, but I do like this thing. But wait, another hint. It's time for some element. Oh, it's intense. That's good stuff. So this is, no caffeine. Okay. We're covering a couple things here. I'm trying to be creative here. I wasn't actually trying to, but this worked out well. The secret ingredient to these English muffins that's gonna elevate them is sparkling water. But before we get to that, I need to tell you about Element's new sparkling water. Element is my one and only sponsor at the moment, but I do love the company. They make really high quality, zero sugar electrolyte drinks. So these are basically created to hydrate you. They're made in the USA. They have none of the sugar, artificial flavors, or any other dodgy ingredients you might get in drinks like well, I'm not gonna name the other thirst quenching sports type drinks that are out there. This is a much healthier version. This one's not like a sweet treat. This is actually a healthy drink that's gonna hydrate you and keep you feeling good while you're out working out or just in general, any time of the year. If you just need hydration, this is kind of the way to go. Element. Now it's spelled LMNT, but it's pronounced element. And if you go to drinklmnt/cooking with Dave, you actually get a discount on your first order, and it's actually cheaper to buy on their website than anywhere else. So definitely go to their website, drinklmnt/cooking with Dave. Use my link, that helps me because they are a sponsor, and you will get a deal on your first order from them too. But this sparkling one is the new one I found on their site, and I was like, oh, I've got to try this because I do love sparkling water, hence this thing and what we're about to do to these English muffins. But the watermelon salt is my favorite. That's my little secret. They're all good, but the watermelon salt, that's the one I think you should try if you're, if you're looking for one specific drink. They also make little packets that you can pour into your water bottle while you're out. It's a little easier, but I do love a sparkling water, so I think you should try this one. I mean, these guys are no joke. Like, they sponsor the USA Olympics team and all that sort of stuff, so definitely try Element today. 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, 60 milligrams of magnesium in one bottle. So basically all you need in a day just in the one bottle. And like I said, there's no sugars at all. It does have stevia in it though, which stevia is pretty good. Stevia leaf extract to be exact. Thank you Element for your sponsorship support. And you guys, if you want to help me out, check out that site. Try this out, you will like it, it's really good. And it's healthy. Anyways, all that to say, we are going to be using carbonated or seltzer water in this. Now we're not gonna use the Element because it is flavored and it's got the salt in it, which would mess up the recipe. That's just for personal consumption. We need just standard sparkling water. Now you can just go buy a thing of sparkling water at the store, or I have this little fancy machine that makes sparkling water, so we're just gonna make some. It's funny, I bought this for my wife for Christmas, this little sparkling water maker, and I'm the one who's using it all the time. So we're gonna make some sparkling water. Crispy. And again, you can just buy like a LaCroix or something, a plain LaCroix. But what we want to do is we want to pour our dry ingredients into our wet ingredients for our English muffin, like so. And then we want to mix this up really nice and good before we add the sparkling water to it. And now we need like an English muffin mold, which I got this one. Actually, I'm going to rinse it. Now, it didn't need to be a silicone one, but I figured silicone has been working best for me when it comes to like cottage cheese type recipes. I can't find my olive oil spray. I'd love to have a new house, but not a new house. It can be an old house. It can be worse in every single way. The only thing I want to be different is a big pantry because I just have this one little tiny closet. I can never find anything in it. Maybe if I look from over here, I'll see what I need. Found it. It was behind the cereal, of course. We're gonna spray this, I guess. I don't know if I even need to because there's silicone, but we'll do it anyways just to be safe. We need to add the sparkling water. This thing, by the way, it's like an English muffin mold or like a, I can't remember what it was called. I got it at Michael's. You know, the crafty store, but you can probably get them on Amazon. Just look up English muffin mold. Okay, so it's 2 tablespoons of sparkling water, guys, is what we're gonna add. Don't mess this up, Dave. Look how sparkly it is. 1 and it says to fold it in, but not over mix it, because you don't want to lose the sparklingness. I hope this works. The thing is, all these recipes use, you know, other things, and I was trying to make something unique that no one's done before. And so I'm hoping this works, hoping. And I wasn't even thinking about the LMNT sponsorship. It just happened to work out that way. All right, so we've got that mixed in. Pretty good. Now we want to add it to our little ramekin thingies here in even doses. How many am I supposed to make? 4. Okay, so it's supposed to go into 4 of them. 1, oh, that's kind of full already. 2, 3, and uno más. I have this song stuck in my head. I don't know who sings it. I don't know what the song is. It could be Justin Bieber, but it's like, I don't even know any of the words. It's like, dun, 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 dun. It's gotta be a Bieber song. I'm not doing a good job. I can't even make like Shazam. You know those apps where you're supposed to hum into them and it'll tell you the song? I can't even hum the songs right for it to tell me what songs I've got stuck in my head. And I'm so bad at like lyrics and stuff. There we go, 4 of those. Okay, so we've got those 4 in little ramekins. We put them in the oven at 350 for 12, maybe I should put it on a cookie sheet. Now I'm just gonna put it straight in there. 12 to 15 minutes, 350 degrees. Now it does say you can do a microwave method, which I don't understand if you can actually put those silicone molds in the microwave. Maybe it means if you're using like a glass ramekin, like something like this maybe you could use in the microwave. Let me know in the comments if you can use the silicone in a microwave. Probably not. But if you want to use like a glass ramekin that's microwave safe, it says microwave each ramekin on high for 2 minutes until it's set and firm. And that would have you with finished English muffins. But this way, it's probably gonna be better anyways. 350 degrees, 12 to 15 minutes until golden and a toothpick comes out clean. So that's what we're gonna try. And while we wait for that, I do want to remind you that daveskitchenmarket.com, my website, not only has all types of cool stuff to buy, $5 cookbooks, things like that, it also has like a chat area where we can chat and other viewers can chat as well and kind of dive deeper into our diets or what we're eating, what we're cooking, share recipes, things like that. So even if you're not going to buy anything, go check out daveskitchenmarket.com, become a member and hang out. We are getting dangerously close to giving away a gift card on there. It's not a gift card, it's a store credit towards Dave's Kitchen Market once we hit 1,000 followers. I think we're at 750 as of this recording. Okay, we'll be back. A bunch of stuff just fell over. I'll deal with that. We'll be back when these are done cooking. All right, guys, we're back. It's been like 20 minutes, and this is what we have. Oh, that's kind of hot. I overfilled them, I think. I did notice in the recipe it says fill them 2/3 of the way. I probably should have just made a 5th one and not filled them so much, but let's see if they just, let's just see if they, if I flip it over, if they just fall out. Now, I did check. I put in a fork and pulled it out and it came out dry. And so I think, oh, that's really hot. That means they should be done. So we should be able to get them out and they should look English muffiny. We're gonna see. Moment of truth here. Okay, all right. That looks not too bad. I'm gonna let them cool a little bit and then we're gonna try to toast one because you're supposed to treat it like an English muffin where you actually toast it. But hey, you know what? It looks kind of good. We're gonna see. Let me get the toaster ready. I mean, I think it'd be better to let it sit for like, I don't even know, an hour or so to really firm up. But you know, we're crazy. We're just gonna cut it in half right now. And see if I should have left it in longer. See, look, that looks a little undercooked. Maybe I should put it back in. I feel like it's not done, guys. I'm gonna put them back in the oven at 350 for a little longer because they feel a little bit soggy inside. I guess I could try toasting this one. I'm gonna try to put it back in. We'll see what happens. Computer, set a timer for 8 minutes. All right, it's been 8 more minutes. Let's see if these look done now. That's like the one thing I find to be consistent with all these cottage cheese keto type recipes is they always take longer to cook than advertised. That's hot. I'm gonna flip this over and see if these look a little bit more done. Okay, yeah, they look a little bit more done. What do they always say though, guys? It's on the inside what counts. That counts? Words are hard. It's on the what's on the inside that counts. What the heck? Did it remold? Oh no, this is the one I took apart. Okay, let's take it apart again and see if that's just what it's supposed to look like inside. Because it sort of did reform. Here we go, here we go. Yeah, it's still pretty wet inside. Maybe it's really about letting it cool. That might be the key. I could let those ones cool. Let me put this one into the toaster and let's see what happens. Okay, so I toasted this one, and I will say by toasting it, it's gotten, now mind you, I forgot I was toasting them and this one cooked a little too long. But you can see on this side that it did firm up a little more like an English muffin. The ChatGPT says that if we let these cool fully, that they should dry out, you know, and be more English muffin-y, but it does kind of have that English muffin texture and stuff. I feel like I should put some butter on it and taste it, but I don't know. I also could, the other thing it says is I can microwave it. Let's try microwaving it, see what that does. We're always experimenting and trying new things. I'm gonna do 30 seconds in the microwave, see if that dries it out. It says that's an option too. Throw them on a plate and microwave them, and that gets that moisture out if it's too wet. And I feel like it's a little too wet inside. And that could be because of the sparkling water, but that's also supposed to give it like a fluffy texture, so that should be a good thing. All right, so I microwaved it. Did that make a difference? Let's see. Not really. It's still kind of the same consistency and texture. I guess the taste is what really matters. It kind of looks English muffin-y, and it really, throw some butter on it like I normally would. This is how I normally eat my English muffins. Either that or I'll put them like with bacon, cheese, and egg and do like a sandwich. But let's try it and see if it even tastes good. Wow, that's very English muffin-y. That's interesting. Okay, so flavor-wise, they're spot on. It tasted exactly like I was just eating an English muffin. Even texture really did feel like an English muffin, just a little tiny bit like soggier than an English muffin, like less crisp. Longer cooking time could fix that. I am interested to see what happens if I leave it sitting and cool completely. Although these kind of already almost are. And let's just crack one open here. Yeah, so, I mean, this is kind of where we're at. They taste good, they taste English muffin-y, but they're a little bit wet inside, which may or may not bother you. It doesn't really bother me as long as it tastes good. So, I like them. I think it's a good recipe, it tastes good. I guess the only thing I can suggest that we haven't tried is instead of like the 2 tablespoons or teaspoons or whatever we did of the sparkling water, just cut that in half and see if that gives a less wet feeling. But again, they are going to dry out a little as they finish, and they taste exactly like an English muffin and even feel like an English muffin when I'm eating them, so I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to have a nice English muffin-y breakfast, guys. So I'll call it a success in everything but appearance. So tastes right, feels right, just doesn't look right. That's the only thing I'm struggling with. But other than that, it's a success. Try it at home. It's easy, really easy. All right, that's all I got for you today, guys. Make sure you check out daveskitchenmarket.com if you haven't yet. Try Element, link down below. Save money off your first order, and we'll see you next time.